real business owners.
I was literally thinking in the shower today, dude, when I was going through all my shit that I do. And I was like, it's so hard to tell people, like in the DMs or people that call us, it's so hard to tell them, like, take fucking massive risks, dude. You only live once. We don't know how long. Maybe we live again in some other fucking universe or lifetime, whatever. But we only live in this earth once. Yeah. And like, why are you not willing to risk it all for this greater good that you've created in your mind? And it's like, so like I'm thinking about it in the shower today, and I'm just like, is it bad to tell some of these people because they just don't have it?
Yeah,
they am I doing something wrong
and lose?
But I'm
and
like,
then Kel's the bad guy.
But dude, like that's really what it is. It's like we've taken massive risks. I've risked it all so many times. Fucking shit that most people wouldn't even do, but that really is the secret, man.
That's the secret. Like, enduring pain, risking it, and doing everything that other people won't do.
And it's so hard to tell people that.
It's as simple as that.
They work so hard for this one little thing. They're so afraid to risk it for the next big thing.
Yep.
And it's
you're
like
protecting what you currently have now rather than trying to seek for something greater tomorrow.
Yeah.
Quit protecting your current situation to the point where you can't grow anymore. Mm-hmm. Risk your current situation for something greater.
I told my wife not too long ago, I'm like, well, me and my wife have been going through the finances together, and we've been establishing our budgets together, and I told her, I'm like, we're gonna take a pay cut. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, we're raising up a lot of people in the company. We're going to be giving up certain points that we take. We're going to be doing these things. It's going to be a pretty massive pay cut, but it's for a greater good. Like when they take on all this other responsibility and they're making more money, it's going to give us the ability and the time to go build these things that we want to build, which is going to even just bring in more money later. But we're going to be taking a pretty good sized pay cut.
I mean,
and she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well,
hundreds of thousands.
It might be hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it's okay, But like, I'm willing to. Like, what am I sacrificing? Like, a few vacations. It's like
probably not even that at this point. With how much cash flow we have coming in each month, you're going to be able to live the exact same life that you want. You're just stacking a little bit less cash.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to. And it's like, okay, cool. Let's pull back on 20 or 30 grand a month and. Let's give it to people to operate our businesses. And time right now is our most valuable asset because we have money.
Yeah.
So now we want time to focus on new projects, something different, challenging ourselves in new areas, right?
Yeah.
We've built this thing up to this point, which is great, but we could just sit here and cash checks and do this for years and years and years and stop trying to progress. But that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
The idea is to let leaders that have been with us and trusted us with 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years of their life working with us step up and create more opportunities for them to continue to grow into leaders, continue to make more money inside of our companies. If we don't ever step down, we're actually holding people back. We're not giving them the opportunity to grow
holding
anymore.
ourselves back.
We're holding ourselves back.
We're stuck in this thing that it doesn't allow us to go do the next thing, right? And so some of our leaders have stepped up a lot. It's like they want the path to $1 million a year. They want to become millionaires themselves. Okay, well, you guys can either go build your own fucking business from ground up, which would suck for us because we've, between working with them and them doing the work, like we've developed some great leaders. Yeah. So it's like, okay, why don't I just give you the vehicle to do that here? Yeah. And we all win. And then we can go do other things that are going to feed this thing. Yeah. And so it's like, it's okay to take these massive risks to me. It's like, I don't know. I've just gotten better at it over the years, man. I've risked my last $5 grand. I've risked my last $100 grand before. I've risked my,
your job.
My job.
Your job
all these
when
things.
You got fired and then you had to go all in on the side hustle.
So when these people DM us and stuff, it's like, I almost feel bad sometimes. And like, saying, well, fucking go all in, dude. Because I'm like, are they really capable of like seeing it through? Yeah. Is there long-term vision? Are they super committed to it? Are they willing to endure? Are they willing to like go through all the hard work and sacrifice a lot to put in the work ethic? Like, are they really willing to do it? And I don't know. So it's hard to say like, well, fucking risk it all, dude.
Yeah. Quit being a little bitch and go all in.
I literally was having those thoughts today though. So it's weird we talked about it.
The only way that I did 37 miles is I committed the moment that I said it, that I was going to go all in and do it.
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have done it. Yeah. Right. And so whatever it is that you're doing, when we say risk it all or go all in, we mean just that, provided that's exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Which is commit, find out the how later, It'll all become crystal clear later.
Right.
When we started joining entrepreneurship groups, there was no guarantee that we'd create relationships that would ultimately make us money. We just bought into the fact of we want to improve. We want to network with high power people that are also with the same mindset of us,
right,
trying to grow as well. And we committed.
Yeah.
How wasn't there in terms of how we were going to recoup the investment of spending $200,000 1 year in masterminds.
Literally chalked up to a cost of doing business at that point.
But we found an individual that we started working with and now built a $4 million company in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Based upon a relationship, based upon committing and going all in on this big scary thing, spending $12,000 a month with just one group because it was $6,000 each.
Yeah.
That's $144,000 a year. A lot of people, that's stupid. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. Blows people's minds.
Yeah.
But
why do you have to buy your friends?
Yeah. Yeah. Shit like that.
Well, are you guys just buying friends because you look up to them? Like, say, no, I'm trying to learn from them.
I'd love to have that conversation now and say, well, there's a company that we're cashing $30,000 a month off of that we really don't have to do a lot for now, based upon the relationship that of an individual that we met inside that group. So when you commit, everything else, it'll figure itself out. Yeah. It will figure out once the universe knows that you're all in and that you're fully committed. The opportunities will present themselves to the individuals that are committed, that will endure, will go through discomfort, will risk it all, you know, and if that's not you, then expect mediocre. That's just what it is. Yeah. You're probably plateaued in your business. You're stuck. You're doing the same. Dude, we did the same revenue probably for 2, 3, 4 years straight, something like that.
Honestly,
and every year it was like, hey, this is going to be a better year. You know, we're making 150 or whatever, $200,000 a year.
We're getting through a recession. Like, you know,
you create your own excuses. Like, this year's going to be better because of this, and there was that issue, and it's not going to be there this year, and so this is going to be it. Yeah. Quit saying this is going to be it, because that's all we fucking did, and every year it was just Groundhog Year.
Well, what
it was
are
the same shit every year?
What are you doing to make it a better year?
We didn't do anything different, except for saying this is going to be a better year.
I know, but
and
finally,
once we started risking,
like he's even hiring a new employee is risky, right? Like all of a sudden, I get flooded with all these worries. Like, well, what if it takes away leads from these sales guys and their income goes down? Because I don't want to see that. I want to see their income go up. So if I add this sales guy, that means I got to add more lead accounts. Okay, so now I got to go figure out more lead accounts. But the only way to grow is add this new sales guy, right? Or new building, office building. We need more space because we did hire more people. Where are we going to put them? And then, oh shit, now I got to sign a bigger lease. And like, it's fucking scary at every fucking turn.
5.5 years ago, moving into this office was...
that's when we started seeing the shit. Yeah. It was scary to join entrepreneur groups. It was scary to hire new employees. It was scary to get a bigger office building. Yeah. That's a 5-year commitment at... Whatever. It was like we went from like $4,000 a month to 12. Yeah. You know, we literally like tripled our lease, you know? It was like, holy shit, you know, but we forced growth by doing that shit.
Yeah. By literally risking shit and committing to making the business better.
Yeah.
And the way you show that you're committed is doing what Kel's talking about, is going through some of those things that are uncomfortable and going all in.
Yeah.
You know,
and keep showing up, because at the end of the day, dude, we all hit those walls where we're like, oh my gosh, like,
oh, you're acting like over the last 15 years, Kel hasn't hit fucking massive walls over and over.
Even recently, I'm like, is it time to sell this thing? Is it time to figure something new out? And then there's that little voice that's like, keep showing up, man. The bigger things there, that thing that you really want, that long-term vision.
If you endure long enough, you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
Continue to show up, right? And Kel has to remind himself of that. I have to remind myself of that. And so
that little voice is always there. It's always there, dude. Like everybody, even the people that sold their business, that was the hardest part of actually doing that acquisition. Maybe that was their vision, but they're like, but is this the time? Should I just keep showing up? Should I just keep doing it? Is the bigger payoff the next offer, the next acquisition? I guarantee you that's the hardest part. I don't know. I've never sold a company. Yeah. That is something I want to do. Like, we build all these companies. I want to sell one of them for hundreds of millions of dollars. I want to see what that's like. But at the end of the day, it's like, how do you know when that time is? Because, you know, there's always that evolving vision. It's crazy.
Yeah.